네, 안녕하세요. 영어 쉐도잉 121일차 연습 시작하겠습니다. 네, 오늘도 첫 번째 영상으로는 먼저 스노우볼님 영상부터 한번 해보겠습니다. 안드슈워제네거 영상부터 해보겠습니다.
What is if I fail?
What is if I fail? Then I don't have anything else. 자, 뒷부분은 안 봤으니까 뒷부분부터 바로 해볼까요? 네.
Well, let me tell you something. Don't
Well, let me tell you something. Well, let me tell you something. Well, let me tell you something. 몇 가지 말씀드릴 게 있습니다. Let me tell you something.
be afraid of failing
Don't be afraid of failing. Don't be afraid of failing. 실패를 두려워하지 마세요. 실패를 두려워하지 마십시오. Don't be afraid of failing.
because there's nothing wrong with failing.
Because
Something. Don't be afraid of failing because there's nothing wrong with failing.
there is nothing wrong with failing. 실패하는 게 잘못된 건 하나도 아니에요. Because there is nothing wrong with failing. There is nothing wrong with failing. With failing.
You have to fail in order to climb that ladder.
You have to fail in order to climb the ladder. 그 사다리를 오르려면 실패를 해봐야 됩니다. You have to fail. You have to fail in order to climb the ladder. You have to fail in order to climb the ladder.
There's no one that doesn't fail.
There is no one that doesn't fail. 실패를 안 한 사람은 한 명도 없습니다. There is no one that doesn't fail. There is no one that doesn't fail. There is no one that doesn't fail.
We all fail.
We all fail.
It's okay.
It's okay.
What is not okay
Well,
is
it's not okay.
that when you fail, you stay down.
When you fail and you stay down. What is not okay? What is not okay? What is not?
What is not okay is
What is not okay?
that when you
is
fail, you
you
stay
fail
down.
and you stay down. What is not okay is 잘못된 건 뭐냐면 what is not okay is you fail and you fail and stay down.
What is not okay is that when you fail, you stay down.
When you fail and you stay down. When you fail and you stay down. What is not okay is what is not okay is when you fail and stay down. When you fail and stay down. When you fail and stay down. When you fail and you stay down. 실패하고 나서 그대로 있는 것입니다. You stay down. What is not okay is you fail and you stay down. When you fail and you stay down.
Whoever stays down is a loser.
Whoever stays down is a loser. Whoever stays down is a loser. 누구든지 간에 그냥 쓰러져 있는 사람은 패배자입니다. Whoever stays down is a loser. Whoever stays down is a loser. Whoever stays down is a loser. Whoever stays down is a loser.
And winners
And
fail and get up.
winners will fail and get up. And winners will fail and get up. Winners will fail and get up.
And winners
And winners
will fail and get up.
will fail and get up. Will fail and get up. Winners will fail and get up. Will fail and get up.
Fail and get up. Fail and get up. You always get
You
up.
always get
That
up.
is
That is
a winner.
a winner.
That is a winner.
That is a winner.
I failed in bodybuilding.
I failed in-
I lost bodybuilding
I failed in bodybuilding. I lost
competitions.
bodybuilding
I lost
competitions.
powerlifting
I lost
competitions.
powerlifting
I lost
competitions.
weightlifting
I lost
competitions.
weightlifting
I had
competitions.
movies
At
that went in the
movies that
toilet
went
that
into
were
the
terrible,
toilet and
got
were
the
terrible
worst
and
reviews.
got the worst reviews.
Hey,
Hey,
we all lose.
we all lose.
We all have losses.
We
This is
all
okay.
have
This is why I
losses.
say
This
don't.
is okay. This is why I say. This is okay. This is why I say don't
Be worried about
worried about losing. This is okay. This is why I said be don't be worried about losing. Worried about losing.
because when you're afraid
Because
of
when you're
losing,
afraid,
then you get frozen.
because when you're afraid of losing. Because when you're afraid of losing,
You get stiff,
then you get
you're not
frozen.
relaxed.
You get stiff and you're not relaxed. You're not relaxed. You're not relaxed. You get stiff and you're not relaxed.
You have to be, in order to perform
In order to perform well,
well in anything, if it's a
in order to perform well in anything,
boxing or if it is a new job, or
if it is in boxing, if it is in it's in if it is in boxing or if it's in your job
you're
or
thinking,
when you're thinking,
is only happening when you relax.
it's only happening when
So
you relax.
relax.
So
It's
relax.
okay to fail.
It's okay to
Let's
fail.
just go all out
Let's
and
just
give
go
it
all
everything
out.
that you got.
Let's just go all out and give it everything that you've got.
That's what it is all about.
That's
So
what it is
don't be
all
afraid
about.
to fail.
So don't be afraid you'll fail. 네, 뒷부분 마저 한번 들어봤고요. 다시 한번 처음부터 한번 들어보겠습니다. 자막을 좀 네.
I'm here to talk about success.
I'm here to talk about success.
Work your ass off.
Work your ass off.
I hate
I hate
plan B.
plan B.
Don't listen to the naysayers.
Don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to the naysayers.
Everything I ever did,
Everything I ever did. Naysayers. Naysayer 뜻이 naysayer. 먼저.
the thing that I heard out of people's mouth was,
The thing that I heard out of people's mouths was
that's impossible.
that's impossible.
That can't be done.
That can't be done.
Or no.
Or no.
And I didn't listen to those losers.
But I didn't listen to those losers. But I didn't listen to those losers.
I didn't listen to them at all.
I didn't listen to them at all.
If I would have listened to the naysayers,
If I would have listened to the naysayers, if I would have listened to the naysayers, listen to the naysayers,
from bodybuilding to show business to
to
politics,
politics,
I would not be standing here today.
I would not be standing here today. I would not be standing here today. I would not be standing here today.
Talking to you.
Talking to you. 전 아마 이 자리에 서지 못했을 거예요. I would not be standing here today, talking to you.
I will be in Austria in the Alps yodeling.
I'll be in Austria in the Alps yodeling.
So when someone says no, this is a stupid idea.
So when someone says so, that is stupid idea. This is a stupid idea.
So when someone says no, this is a stupid idea.
So when someone says no, this is a stupid idea.
You in your mind, you don't have to say it, but in your mind, just
You in your mind, you don't have to say it. You in your mind, you don't have to you don't have to you don't have to say it.
say this, fuck you. You're not here. You in your mind, you don't have to say it, but in your mind, just say this, fuck you.
But in your mind, just say this. Just say it. But in your mind, just say it. You in your mind, don't say this. It.
It's a stupid idea. So when someone says no, this is a stupid idea. You in your mind, you don't have to say it, but in your mind, just say this, fuck you.
You don't have to say it, but your mind just to say this. You and your mind just you don't have to say it. You in your mind, you don't have to say it, but your mind just to say it. Just to say this.
You're an asshole.
Fuck you. You're an
What do
asshole.
you know?
What do you know?
At the age of 20, I went to London and I won
With the age of 20, I went to London.
the Mr. Universe contest as the youngest Mr. Universe ever.
I won the Mr. Universe contest as the youngest Mr. Universe ever.
And it was because
It was
I
because
had a goal.
I had a goal.
You see, if you don't have a vision of where you go, and if you don't have a goal where you go,
You see, if you don't have a vision of where you're going, if you don't have a goal of where you go,
you drift
you
around
drift
and you never
around.
end up anywhere.
You drift around and you never end up. You drift around and you never end up anywhere.
You got to have a purpose no matter what you do in life.
No matter what you do in life, you got to have a purpose. No matter what you do in life,
You got to have a
you
purpose.
got to have a
Have a
purpose.
vision.
Have a vision.
Work
Work
your ass off.
your ass off.
There is no magic
There,
pill.
there is no magic pill. There is no magic pill.
Muhammad Ali
Muhammad Ali
worked his butt off.
worked his butt off,
And I saw it firsthand.
and I saw it
And I
firsthand.
remember that there was a sports writer
And I remember that there is a sports writer
that was there in the gym.
that was
He
there
was
in the
working
gym,
out. He was doing sit-ups.
and he was working out.
That was there in the gym when he was working out. He was doing sit-ups.
And he was working out and he's doing sit-ups.
And they asked him, "How many sit-ups do you do?"
And I asked, and he asked him,
Working out. He was doing sit-ups. And they asked him, "How many sit-ups do you do?"
and he asked him, how many sit-ups do you do?
And he said,
And he
"I
said,
don't start counting until it hurts."
I don't start counting until it hurts. Hurts.
Now think about that.
And
He
think
doesn't
ab-
start counting
Now think about that. He just
his sit-up. Now think about that.
Now think
He
about
doesn't
it.
start counting his sit-ups
he doesn't start counting his sit-ups
until he feels pain.
until he feels pain.
That's when he starts counting.
That's when he starts counting. That's when he starts counting.
That is working hard.
That is working hard.
I went to college.
I went to college.
I went and worked out 5 hours a day.
I went and worked out 5 hours a day,
And I was working on construction.
and I was working on construction, and I was working on construction,
5 hours a day. And I was working on construction.
and I was working on construction, and I was working on construction.
Because in those days in bodybuilding, there was no money.
Because in those days in bodybuilding, there's no money. There's no money. Because in those days in bodybuilding, there's no money.
I didn't have the money for food supplements or anything.
I didn't have the money for food supplements or anything. I didn't have the money for food supplements or anything. I didn't have the money for food supplements or anything. Food supplements or anything. I didn't have the money for food supplements or anything.
In bodybuilding, there was no money.
There was no money.
I didn't have the money for food supplements or anything.
I didn't have money for.
Bodybuilding, there was no
I
money.
didn't
I didn't have the money for food supplements
have the money for. I didn't have the money for. Didn't have the money for food supplements or anything.
or anything. So I had to go to work.
So I had to go to work. So I had to go to work. That's why I had to go to work.
In construction.
And
I
what-
went to college. Anything. So I had to go to
Work.
work. So I worked in construction.
So I worked in construction. So I worked in. So I worked in construction.
I went to college. I
I went-
worked out in the gym.
I went to college. I worked out in the gym.
And at night from 8 o'clock at night to 12 midnight.
And at night from 8 o'clock and at night from 8 o'clock to at night 12 midnight.
I went to acting class.
I went to acting class
4 times a week.
4 times a week.
So I did all of that.
Yes, I did all that. Yes, I did all that.
There was not one single
There
minute
wasn't one
that I
single
wasted.
minute that I wasted.
And this is why I'm standing here today.
This is why I'm standing here today.
And it drives me crazy when people say
And
they don't have enough time.
and it drives me crazy when people say they don't have enough time. They don't have enough time. And it drives me crazy when people say they don't have enough time
To go to the
to
gym
go to the gym
for 45
for
minutes a day
45
and work
minutes a
out.
day and work out. To go to the gym for 45 minutes a day and work out.
Or to do something.
They don't have enough time to go to the gym for 45 minutes a day and work out. It drives me crazy when people say they don't have enough time to go to the gym for 45 minutes a day and work out.
For 45 minutes to an hour a day to improve. Or to do something
But to
for
do
45
something for
minutes to an
45
hour
minutes,
a day to improve. Or to do something for 45 minutes to an hour a day to improve.
or do something for 45 minutes to an hour a day to improve.
Or to do
Do
something
something
for
for
45
45 minutes
minutes to
to
an
an
hour
hour
a
a
day to
day
improve.
to an hour a day to improve. To an hour a day to improve. Or to do something or to do something for 45 minutes to an hour a day to improve.
If it is physically
If it
improved
is a
or if
physical
it is
improve
mentally to improve.
or if it is mental improve. If it is either physical improve or if it is mentally to improve.
Imagine you read 1 hour a day
Imagine you read 1 hour a day
about history.
about history.
How much you will learn after 365 hours
How much will you learn after 365 hours
in 1 year
in 1 year?
about history. You read 1 hour a day
Imagine you read 1 hour a day. Imagine you read 1 hour a day about history. Imagine you read 1 hour a day about history.
about history.
Imagine you read an hour a day, an hour. Imagine you read 1 hour a day about history. How much will you learn after 365 hours in a year?
How much you will learn
Will,
after
will you learn?
365 hours
Will you learn? Will you learn? Will you learn after 365 hours
in 1 year?
in 1 year? Imagine you will read an hour a day about history. How much will you learn after 365 hours in 1 year?
You have 24 hours a day.
You have 24 hours a day. You have 24 hours a day.
We sleep 6 hours a
We
day.
six we sleep 6 hours a day. We sleep we sleep we sleep 6 hours a day. We sleep
4 hours a day.
hours a day.
We sleep 6 hours a day.
We sleep 6 hours a day. We sleep 6 hours a day.
So that gives you still 18 hours.
So it gives us gives us still gives us gives us still 6 hours a day.
We sleep 6 hours a day.
We sleep 6 hours a day.
So that gives you still 18 hours.
It gives us still 18 hours. It gives us still 18 hours. It gives us still 18 hours.
There's someone shaking their head out here in front to say probably.
There's someone shaking their head out here in front to say probably. There's someone shaking hair. They're shaking their head out here. Head out. Shaking their head out here. Head out here in front to say probably.
I don't sleep 6 hours, I sleep 8 hours, right?
I don't sleep 6 hours. I sleep 8 hours. I don't sleep 6 hours. I don't sleep 6 hours. I sleep 8 hours, right? I don't sleep 6 hours. I sleep 8 hours, right?
But just sleep faster.
But just sleep faster. But just sleep faster. But just sleep faster.
But you can see how much time there is available.
But you can see how much time there's available. There's available.
But just sleep faster. But you can see how much time there is available.
How much time there's available. But you can see how much time there's available. But you can see how much time there's available. But you can see how much time there's available.
If you organize your day.
If you organize your day, uh, um, but you can see how much time there's available if you organize your day. But you can see how much time there's available if you organize your day.
So you got to work hard.
So you got to work hard.
You get it?
You
Work
get it.
like hell.
Work
Go
like
to
hell.
bed.
Go to bed
Early
early,
to rise.
to
Work like
early to
hell and
rise.
advertise.
Work like hell and advertise.
So you work
So
your
you
ass
work
off,
work your
and then
ass
you
off
let the world
and let the
know
world
about your
know
work.
about your work.
That's what it is all
That's
about.
what it's all about.
Let people know if you have a company,
Let people know if you have
if you have
a
a
company,
movie,
if you have
if
a
you do
movie,
sports.
if you do sports.
Work your
Work
ass
your
off,
ass
but then
off,
advertise and let
but then advertise
everyone know.
and let everyone know.
We have so many of
You have
those
so
people
many,
that say no,
you have so many of these people that say
and you can't do it. It's impossible. We have so many of those people that say no, and you can't
you have so many of those you have so many of those people that say
do it. It's
you
we have so many of those people that say no.
you have so many of these people
We have so many of those people that say
you
no,
have so many of these people that
and
say
you
you
can't
can't
do
do
it.
it.
It's impossible.
That's impossible.
That is okay because we just turn off.
That is okay because you just turn off. You just turn off. You just turn off.
Possible. That is okay because we just turn off.
Because we just turn off. Because we just turn off. That is okay because we just turn off. That is okay because we just turn off.
When you start doubting yourself,
When you start doubting yourself, when you start doubting yourself, when you start doubting yourself, when you start doubting yourself,
that's very dangerous.
that's very dangerous.
Because now what you're basically saying is that
Because now you're basically because now you're basically saying is this.
that's very dangerous. Because now what you're basically saying is that if my
Is it saying is that because now you're saying because now you're basically saying is that because now because now you're basically saying is that
plan, because now
now
what
you're
you're basically saying is that if
because now you're basically saying is that
that's very dangerous. Because now what you're basically saying is
because
that
now when you're because now when you're because not what because now when you're because now when you're saying is this
if my plans, because now
now
what
when
you're
you're
basically
basically
saying
saying
is that if
saying
my
is that
plan
if my play doesn't work,
I have a fallback plan.
I have a
plan
fallback
B.
plan. I have a plan B. Because now because now what you are saying is that because now what you are basically saying is that if my plan doesn't work, I have a fallback plan. I have a plan B. Uh, um, um, because now what you are basically saying is that because now what you are basically saying is that if you if you if, if my if my plan doesn't work, I have a fallback plan. I have a plan B.
That means that you start thinking about plan B and every
That means you start. That means you start thinking about plan B.
thought that you put into plan B. That means that you start thinking about plan B and every thought that you put into plan B.
And every thought you put into plan B, and every thought you put into plan B,
You're taking away now that thought and that energy from plan A. Means that you start thinking about plan B and every thought that you put into plan B.
and every thought you put into plan B,
You're taking away now that thought and that energy.
you're taking away now that thought. You're taking away now that thought,
Put into plan B. You're taking away now that thought and that energy from plan A.
and that energy from plan A. You're taking away now that thought and that energy from plan A.
It's very important.
It's very important.
understand
to
that
understand that we
better
function better
if there is no
if there is
safety
no
net.
safety net.
Because plan B
Because
becomes a
plan
safety net.
B
It says
is
that
because plan B is
safety net. Because
because
plan
plan
B
B
becomes a safety net.
because plan B becomes
There is no safety net. Because plan B becomes a safety net. It says
a safety net because plan B becomes a safety net,
that if I fail,
and that if I fail,
then I fall and I get picked up and I have something else there.
if I fall, then I fail,
Then I fall and I get picked up and I have something else there.
and I get and I get picked up, and I get picked up,
Then I fall and I get picked up and I have something else there
and I have something else there
that will protect me.
that will protect me.
And that's not good.
It's not good.
I'm telling you,
I'm telling you,
I've never ever
I've never ever
had a plan B.
had a plan B.
I said I made a full commitment that I'm gonna go be a bodybuilding champion.
I said I made a full commitment that I'm gonna go and be a bodybuilding champion,
I made a full commitment that I'm gonna be in America.
and I made a full commitment that I'm gonna be in America.
I made a full commitment that I'm gonna get into show business.
I made a full commitment that I'm gonna get into show business,
And I'm going to be a leading man.
and I'm going to be a leading man.
What it takes, I will do the work.
No matter what it takes, I work.
I'm gonna get into show business, and I'm going to be a leading man. No matter what it takes, I will do the work.
I will do the work. No matter what it takes, I will do the work. No matter what it takes, I will do the work.
I will do the work.
I will do the work over and over
until I get it.
until I get it. Until I get it.
It is very dangerous to have a plan B.
To me, it is very dangerous.
To have a plan B. To me, it is very dangerous to have a plan B because
There can be. To me,
it is very dangerous to have a plan B.
it is very dangerous to have a plan B. It is very dangerous to have a plan B
Because you're cutting yourself off
because you're cutting yourself off
from the chance of really succeeding.
from the chance of really succeeding.
And the reason, one of the main reasons why people want to have
And the reason, one of the main reasons
the chance of really succeeding. And the reason, one of the main reasons why people want to have a plan B.
why people want to have a plan B is the reason, one of the main reasons why people want to have a plan B is
Because they are worried about failing.
because they are worried about failing.
What is if I fail, then I don't
What is if I fail and I don't have anything else?
Well, let me tell you something. Don't be afraid of failing.
Well, let me tell you something. Don't be afraid of failing
Because there's nothing wrong with failing.
because there is nothing wrong with failing.
You have to fail in
You
order
have
to
to
climb
fail
the
in
ladder.
order to climb the ladder. There is no
Doesn't
one
fail.
that doesn't fail.
We all
We
fail.
all fail.
It's okay.
It's okay.
What is not okay
What's not okay is
that when you fail, you stay down.
when you fail and stay down.
Whoever stays down,
Whoever stays
is a
down
loser.
is a loser.
And
And winners
fail and get up.
fail and get up. Fail and get up.
Fail and get up.
Fail and get
Always
up.
get up.
You
That
always
is
get up.
a winner.
That is a
That is a
winner.
winner.
That is a winner.
I failed in
I failed in
bodybuilding.
bodybuilding.
I lost
I lost weightlifting competitions. I lost powerlifting competitions. I lost weightlifting competitions. I had movies starting to toilet and were terrible and got the worst of reviews. Hey, you all lose. You all have losses. This is okay. This is why I say don't be worried about losing.
Be worried about losing because when you're afraid of losing,
Because when you're afraid of losing, you get frozen,
You get stiff,
you get
you're not
stiff,
relaxed.
you get stiff, and you're not relaxed.
In order to perform well, you get stiff, you're not relaxed. In order to perform well in any,
In order to perform well,
you get stiff, you're not relaxed. In order to perform well,
you know to be
you get stiff, you're not relaxed. In order to perform well
in order to perform well,
in anything, if it's in boxing, if it's
anything,
on your job,
if it is in boxing, or if it is in your job,
or with your
or
thinking,
with your thinking,
it's only happening when
it's
you
only
relax.
happening when you relax.
So relax.
You know,
It's okay to
so
fail.
relax.
Let's just
It's okay to fail. It's okay to fail. It's okay to fail.
so
Relax.
It's okay to fail.
It's okay to fail.
Let's just go all out and give it everything
Let's just go all out and give it everything.
that you got. That's
Everything
what
you've
it is all
got.
about. So don't be
That's
afraid
what
to
it is
fail.
all about. Don't be afraid of failing. 네, 오늘 여기까지 하겠습니다. 감사합니다.